my youth plays such an advantage in my placement in life, in all aspects of life. You know, I learned how to channel um, that youthfulness, and make it something desirable and give it many layers. Because I'm not a person who likes when people can peel me back really easy, like, oh, she's this, that. Like, no, it has to be layers. Oh my God, this and then that, and then they're all surprised, like a multi, faceted. And when people look at me in real life, and even on my pages, they see that mystery. There's an allure to me. Like, oh, I'm gonna keep peeling back until I find out what Ashley is truly about, or her message. And my message is always clear. I always want to push family values out, and self-love and respect, and knowing who you are. But it's also good to have a good time. Let yourself loose. So I like that. But when people see me, it's like hard to compartmentalize everything, because that's not the way I'm presenting. That's not what I'm presenting. I like people to think deeply. Okay, this is for someone to like take from it and say, wow, this is so transformative. This lady really is transforming my life. Her team does such a good job with the visuals and the editing and everything. I really feel Ashley Radiance at my house or wherever I am. In the state of the world today, it could definitely need some lifting up. I'm just glad that being in my early 20s, and people see me, as just an incredibly radiant person. And I know that when I look back in 5 years, I'll be so proud. Just like how I'm proud of myself 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it doesn't matter. I just feel like the consistency is really important. I like seeing people who are consistent, with the things that they believed in over the years. It makes them really trustworthy. And I believe that I'm a really trustworthy individual. All the people who know me, the people especially who are close to me, they know me to be very trustworthy. Um, that's really good. There's a lot of good things happening in my circle, and I like how people want to take in the space and have their seat at the table. But prove yourself. So what's happening in your life once I'm there, And I know there's nothing but sheer greatness. There's absolutely nothing but sheer greatness when somebody enters my space. They feel really comfortable. They feel like they can take on the world, change things, and I'm constantly doing that myself. So that's really natural for somebody to feel like that. And in my journey, as I'm getting older, and the more respect and recognition I'm getting, I feel like I'm cementing my place, in the universe. I don't think of it like me only representing one thing or being successful in one avenue in life. I like to think of, I'm touching many avenues. I'm touching outer space. A 23-year-old girl is touching outer space. And I'm only digging deeper and deeper and deeper, and I encourage my followers to do the same.